Wow, happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
girl.
Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I just love hanging out, cooking with you, and we love you. Thank you so much for being here. Steve, look what I found.
Oh, we haven't done that yet. What is the date on this?
February 2019. Are you all set?
I remember that. It's so good. You guys are in for a treat. Take
This
it away,
is one of the
Twyla.
first ones we made. All right, we'll see you later for a taste test, okay?
Bye.
Welcome and happy Valentine's Day. We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sending in such great recommendations. Yes, this is a blast from the past. Who remembers long ago, February 2019, what a great year, right? It was a really good year. In 2019, this is one of the very first recipes I made. Black bean brownies. It was at a time where we actually had black Valentine beans, which maybe Steve can tell us a little bit about. So I don't know if you remember the video before for Gung Hao Fat Choi for the Chinese New Year. Remember when I made the black garbanzo beans? Well, I'm going to use that same black garbanzo bean mixture in these brownies. Are you ready? Is your mouth watering? Are you thinking, brownies, black beans? You're going to love it. The kids will love it too. So if you have this recipe, you can follow along with me. I've mixed all the dry ingredients all together already. I've mixed all the wet ingredients together. But I'm just gonna show you, just like I do, we're gonna walk through the recipe so you'll get an idea of how to do it, how I did it, and what I used. So the first thing I didn't have the black Valentine beans, Steve, so I used black garbanzo beans and made them myself. Remember, I let them cook a little bit longer than I did for the bean and vegetable recipes, so they're nice and soft. The mushier they are, the better. So remember, when cooking your beans, make them nice and mushy, especially if you're going to use them for anything like hummus or, in this case, black bean brownies. The other thing, see, I wore pink glasses so I could match the pink here. I know you guys always comment on that. So yes, and heart earrings. Yes, thank you for noticing my earrings, everyone. Then I used organic maple syrup. So I got the organic maple syrup here that I put in, and I mixed this. Oh, what a cute dish I have. What does it say? Love, because we're in love with the black bean brownies, and it's Valentine's Day, which happens to be my favorite. Is it a holiday? I don't know if it's actual holiday. It's one of my favorite days. Let's see, did I major in Frisbee? Yeah, okay. So I mixed the wet ingredients together first. And, well, you know what? You don't even have to do that. I take that back. Don't even mix them. Who cares? Let's do it the easy way. Let's put all the wet ingredients into the food processor. So we've got maple syrup, we've got applesauce, because remember, we don't use oil here. So we've got applesauce, maple syrup, and Steve's gonna have a link to the actual recipe, the amounts and stuff. I'm just gonna show you what I used. Also, instead of, because I make everything gluten-free, as you know, so I made my own oat flour. I just took gluten-free rolled oats, put them in the food processor, and how much flour? I made more so I could save some, but for this recipe I used, how much did I use? A cup of oat flour. I also used cacao powder. I used that, the organic cacao powder, great for baking, which I use that. Aluminum-free baking soda, baking powder. And those were the dry ingredients, and so I mixed those all together, and we'll put them in here. This is how I like to cook, just with a food processor or a blender, something easy. I made the oat flour really nice and fine because I want it to be nice and fine. Now, what shouldn't I forget? What did I almost forget? The important part, the beans, the black beans. You could use, Tarbay of Lodi. You could use a different bean. The black bean just makes it look like dark chocolate. It makes it look really chocolatey, and so the kids get a big kick out of that. And then I'm gonna turn this on. If it gets too noisy, I know the cameraman, he'll take off the noise. You know, and I'm just gonna say something about this food processor I have. I know, like, the queen or the king of food processors might be Cuisinart, everyone says that. But I tell you, this is my second Hamilton Beach food processor, and this thing is a workhorse. It's actually got one of the scrapers. I didn't bring that, but you don't even have to use a spatula to scrape down the sides, as I always say. It's got one of those in it. Yum! If you're on a raw food diet, go ahead and eat this raw because it is delicious. There's no eggs, there's no butter, there's no milk. Yum! Go ahead. In fact, Steve, do you want to taste this raw? And Steve, you're not even going to be able to taste the black beans in it.
I'm in the bean business.
I know,
like
but Is that good? What did I use that was not healthy? Everything is healthy. Everything is healthy. This is what they look like after they finished baking. And they're really nice. They're individualized little brownies. And it's fun to take because I'm going to take them to work and people have these little individualized brownies. Instead of sometimes when you cook them in the 8x8 pan, sometimes they don't cut right and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And then I just put these in this silicone, which is so funny. It's red. I brought it because it's red and pink and matches. When I first used silicone, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to melt in my oven. It's going to be a mess. I don't know why I'm trying this. It's not going to work, blah, 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 blah. Negative Nancy, shouldn't have worried. I love this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to scoop it in there. Once I scoop it in there, out they come. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you so much. I hope you come back. Enjoy your Valentine's Day.